When you reach my age, I have both good news and bad news for you. I'm 79 years old. And before you scroll past thinking, well, here we go again, another old man talking about the good old days, just give me a moment. Because with one single conversation, I'm about to change the way you look at life. I'll start with the bad news. Don't hate me for it, really. And don't fast forward. Don't skip ahead. Because the good news coming next, well, it may be one of the most important things you'll hear from an old man like me in a very long time. It's going to hit harder than you expect. The thing that surprised me most about getting older is this. Time doesn't slow down, it speeds up. When I was young, I truly believed old people experienced time more slowly. You know, like their days dragged on forever. But now, as an old man, I look back and realize how wrong I was. In my 20s, 1 year felt endless. A year felt like a lifetime. Now I'm 79, and a year feels like a blink of an eye. Sometimes even less than that. Every single day, whether I like it or not, I'm getting a little closer to the finish line. People always tell themselves, well, I still have time. You know what? That is the biggest lie you can tell yourself. And honestly, it's the greatest harm you'll ever do to your own life. I remember being 35 years old, sitting on the balcony of our home one quiet evening. I told my wife I would take her to Paris next year. Next year. Such an innocent phrase. Every year, it was postponed. Work came up, money was tight, life got busy, and somehow that next year never came. Then my wife got sick. She left me at 65 without ever seeing Paris, and that's when the truth hit me. Hard. By telling myself I still have time, I had been saying later to the woman I loved most in the world for 30 years. There's something else no one really warns you about. As you get older, the people you believe will always be part of your life start to disappear. Not all at once. Quietly, almost politely. First, your mother and father go. Yes, that alone changes you forever. Then close friends, then siblings. That guy you played basketball with every weekend, you know the one? Where is he now? He's dead. Your wife's best friend? Dead. That university friend who once said, we'll be together until the end. Well, he got married, moved away, and you haven't spoken in 20 years. By the time you reach my age, you will have said goodbye more times than you can count. And the worst part is this. Some goodbyes don't feel like goodbyes at all. You hug your sibling after dinner. You say, see you soon. 2 weeks later, they have a heart attack. See you soon turns out to be a lie. But you don't know that at the time. You couldn't have known. Some things simply can't be known in advance, like the moment your body will eventually betray you. I used to run 5 miles every morning, rain or shine. Now, I get out of breath just walking from this chair to the window. I used to eat whatever I wanted. Now I take 8 pills a day just to keep breathing properly. When your body ages, it stops being your friend. It becomes something fragile, something you negotiate with every single day. Please let me sleep tonight. Please don't let it hurt too much today. Please, just get me through one more day. And all those things you say you'll do one day, most of them never happen. You'll write a novel. You'll learn guitar. You'll travel across America. You'll finally start that business, right? Most people die without ever touching their one-day list. I had one too. I'm still alive, but I don't think I'll live long enough to finish it. 40 things I planned to do when I had time. Do you know how many I actually did? 5. Just 5 out of 40. The other 35? They died with my wife, with my family, with my friends, with my siblings, because I was supposed to do them with them. So here's the bad news, plain and simple. Time runs out. People leave. Your body breaks down. Dreams gather dust. One day you wake up and realize your youth is just a memory, not something alive anymore, not something you can touch. And that realization doesn't come all at once. It sneaks up on you, quietly. One day, you look in the mirror and think, well, when did that happen? The lines on your face feel unfamiliar. Your hands don't look like they used to. And the person staring back at you feels older than the one you remember being inside. You still feel young in your head, you know. Your thoughts haven't aged. Your memories are still sharp. But your reflection tells a different story. And that's when fear creeps in. Not the fear of dying, but the fear of having wasted time, of having postponed too much, of having loved too carefully, of having waited for a later that never arrived. That moment stays with you. It hums quietly in the background of your days, reminding you that time has been moving, whether you were paying attention or not. I told you this part would be hard. I warned you. But stay with me, please. Because now, we come to the part that changes everything. There's something else no one tells you about getting old. It can be the most liberating experience of your entire life. You know the best part about being 79? I don't care what anyone thinks anymore. I'm not afraid of making mistakes. For 60 years I tried to impress people, to be praised, to look successful, to pretend everything was fine, even when I was miserable inside. I worked so my father, my boss, my friends would look at me with pride. Then one night, it finally hit me. None of them were there when I was scared at night. I'm free. And happiness. I spent most of my life looking for it in all the wrong places. I thought it was a promotion, a bigger house, a bigger car, bigger achievements. But do you know where happiness actually lives? It's inside you. In the morning light hitting the kitchen table, in the simple taste of coffee, in the sound of rain on the window, in calling my grandchild and listening to them talk about their day. The happiness you imagine isn't big, it's small, and it's everywhere. You're just moving too fast to notice it, and because of that, you're missing it. Please, don't miss it. As the years passed, I also learned how to forgive. Not because people deserved it, but because carrying anger is exhausting. I didn't speak to my father for 11 years. 11 years. And I don't even remember why anymore. We made peace 1 year before he died, and he told me, "We wasted a lot of time, son." He was right. Anger is expensive. Forgiveness is free. And the relief you feel when you finally let go of old anger. It's like carrying a heavy backpack for years and finally putting it down. As for loneliness, I was afraid of silence for most of my life. I always needed noise, people, distractions. I would turn on the TV just for sound, even if I wasn't watching. Now, my favorite moments are sitting on the porch, watching the sunset, in silence. Loneliness isn't what you think. Sometimes loneliness is peace. And sometimes you feel lonelier in a crowd. I felt more alone in a loud, chaotic office than I do now in the quiet of my home. And here's the biggest realization of all. Life isn't complicated. You make it complicated. You stress over things you won't remember, and you ignore what truly matters. Life is simple. Love people, but keep healthy boundaries. Do meaningful work, but don't expect applause. Take care of your body. Help when you can. It strengthens you from the inside. That's it. Everything else is noise. If I could speak to my 25-year-old self, I'd say this. Don't choose a life you hate just to make others happy. I stayed in a job I didn't love for 28 years because it paid well and gave me status. Do you know what was truly expensive? Those 28 years. Don't postpone forgiveness. Don't assume your health is unlimited. Don't postpone your family. Don't run from silence. Understand this, we are all living on borrowed time. Nothing is promised. Nothing is guaranteed. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to wake you up. Because the real tragedy isn't death. The real tragedy is reaching the end and realizing you never truly lived. Always preparing for one day, never living in now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It never comes. You have now. You have today. And today, you get to choose. Here's the good news. You're not too late. You still have time. You still have people who love you. And you still have choices. But the clock is ticking. And it doesn't care about excuses. I'm 79 years old. I've made more mistakes than I can count. But if my mistakes can save you, then maybe they weren't wasted. Bad news, time is running out. Good news, there's still some left. What you do with it is up to you. I hope you don't hate me for telling the truth. I really do. If this message affected you,